Hello children, welcome to this video. Today let us learn question tag. Shall we? In my conversation, I used a short question called shall we. So it is a question tag. I used a short question, didn't I? So question tags are the small questions which often come at the end of sentences in conversation. It is generally used when asking for agreement or confirmation. Question tags are always in the contracted form. It is used in spoken. The tag is formed with the auxiliary verb in the statement and the subject. A positive statement takes a negative tag, while a negative statement takes a positive tag. First of all, let us know what is auxiliary verb. So before that, let us learn the kinds of verbs. There are two kinds of verbs. They are main verb and auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verb, also called as helping verb. It in turn divided into primary auxiliaries and modal auxiliaries. Primary auxiliaries in turn has three forms. They are be forms, have forms and do forms. Be form verbs are is, am, or, was, were. Have forms are have, has, had. Do form verbs are do, does, did. Likewise, modal auxiliaries. Modal auxiliaries are of 13. They are can, could, will, would, shall, should, may, might, must. We have semi-modals also. They are need, dare, use it to, ought to. So as I told you, the tag is formed with the auxiliary verb in the statement and the subject. A positive statement takes a negative tag, while a negative statement takes a positive tag. Here, in the first column, we could see positive helping verbs. Am or are, will, shall, can, should, could, would, must. Let's. So whenever there is a positive helping verb in our sentence, and how the tag is formed means by using negative tag. So it takes a negative tag. As I told you, if this sentence is positive, then it takes a negative tag, while a negative statement takes a positive tag. So am or are. Then the tag is aren't I. When there is a helping verb, will, in the sentence, then it takes a negative tag as won't followed by the subject. So likewise, shall, shan't, can, can't, should, shouldn't, could, couldn't, would, wouldn't, must, mustn't, let's. So whenever the sentence begins with let's, we have to use the tag as shall we. Likewise, negative helping verbs. So, as I told you, a negative statement takes a positive tag. So, whenever we use the helping verb as am not, will not or won't, shall not or shan't, cannot or can't, should not or shouldn't, could not or couldn't, would not or wouldn't, must not or mustn't, it takes positive tag. Am not. The positive tag is am I. Will not or won't. Will. Shall not or shan't. Shall. Cannot or can't. Can. So these modal auxiliaries should be followed by the subject. So should not or shouldn't. What tag it will take means should. Followed by the subject. Could not or couldn't. Could. Could not or wouldn't. Would. Must not or mustn't. Must. So like am I. Will he. Will she. Shall he. Shall she. Shall we. So like that the tag will be. Yes. In the absence of helping verbs. If the sentence contains a main verb, then the question tag uses an appropriate form of do verbs. Yes, here you could see the do verbs. Yes, children? Yes. If the sentence contains a main verb, then the question tag uses an appropriate form of do verb. If the sentence is in present tense and if the subject is singular and if the sentence is positive or if it is an affirmative sentence, then what question tag will the sentence take means it is doesn't. Doesn't he? Doesn't she? Doesn't it? So like this, the question tag will be formed. An appropriate pronoun of the subject is added to the verb to form the tag. So as I told you, doesn't he? Doesn't she? Doesn't it? He, she and it are pronouns. Likewise, present tense. So when the sentence is in present tense and if the subject is plural and if the sentence is positive, then what could be the tag? So the tag will be don't. Don't we? Don't you? Don't they? Though I is a singular subject, it uses don't. So what tag will it take means don't. Don't I? Likewise, if the sentence is in past tense and if it is a positive sentence, then it takes the question tag didn't. Didn't I? Didn't we? Didn't he? Didn't she? Didn't it? Didn't you? Didn't they? Didn't I? Like that. So likewise, if the sentence is in present tense and if the subject is singular and if it is a negative sentence, then what question tag will it take means it is does. Does he? Does she? Does it? Likewise, if the sentence is in present tense but if the subject is plural, then it will take positive question tag. So like do we? Do you? Do they? Do I? Likewise. If the sentence is in past tense and if it is a negative sentence, then it will take positive question tag. So like did I? Did we? Did she? Did he? Yes, children. So let us see few examples. So a question tag always begins with an auxiliary verb. Only in the absence of auxiliary verb, an appropriate form of do verbs it will take. So Rahavi cannot walk fast. So now the sentence is in positive form. So it will take negative question tag. So Rahavi cannot walk fast. Can she? If the sentence is in the positive form, then the tag should be negative. Svigen can run fast. Svigen can run fast. Can't he? Just observe the sentence. The sentence is in positive form and the tag should be negative. If the sentence is in the negative form, the tag should be positive form. So here, he hasn't completed the painting. So, which is the auxiliary verb here? Auxiliary verb is hasn't. So, the sentence is in the negative form and the tag should be positive. Has he? A sentence should contain a word with a negative meaning will have a positive tag. So, like nothing was lost. So, nothing implies a negative meaning. It gives a negative meaning, so it takes positive tag. Was it? They rarely eat in the hotel. So here, rarely, barely, badly, none, no, ever, nothing, few, neither, no one, never, nobody, hardly, seldom. So all these words gives a negative meaning. In such case, we have to use only positive tag. So what tag will it take means do they? Because the subject is plural. They is plural. So it takes do verb. It uses appropriate do verb, that is do they. If the sentence has an auxiliary verb, use the same auxiliary verb in the tag. So which is the auxiliary verb here? It is can. But the sentence is in negative form. So what is given here? Can't. So what tag will it take means can she. If there is no auxiliary verb in the statement, use a form of do, does or did in the question tag depending on the tense of the verb. So as I told you before, if the sentence contains a main verb, so read this sentence, they play cricket. Which is the main verb here? Play. Play is a main verb. And what is its subject? Subject is plural. It is in plural form. So the sentence is affirmative, that is positive. In such case, we have to frame negative tag, and which do verb will it take means don't. Why don't? Because the sentence is in present tense. Then the subject is plural. So if it is plural, it takes do verb, that is do we, do they, do you. So like that. So how we are supposed to frame the question tag means don't they. Likewise, Sanjay plays tennis. So which is the main verb here? Plays. And Sanjay is singular subject. And it is in present tense. So how we are supposed to frame the question tag means we have to use does do verb, and just because the sentence is in positive form, we are supposed to use negative tag. So Sanjay is a male gender, so we have to use the pronoun he. Doesn't he? Likewise, read the next sentence. He slept. So which is the main verb here? Slept. And what is the tense? It is past tense. So if the sentence is in past tense, we have to use the do verb as did. Just because the sentence is positive, we are supposed to frame negative tag. So the question tag is didn't he. As I said, the subject in the tag should be a pronoun. Read the sentence. Sanjay studies well, doesn't he? Sanjay is a subject, studies main verb. So here the auxiliary verb is absent. Main verb is studies. If main verb is present in a sentence, then we are supposed to use appropriate do verbs. Just because sentence is in present tense, we are supposed to use do or does. Do or does. Here, subject is singular, and just because the sentence is in positive form, so we are supposed to frame the tag as doesn't he. In the next sentence, kids like sweets. Kids subject, which is in plural form, like main verb, sweets. Don't they? So how we are supposed to frame the tag means by using do form verb. Here we are supposed to use do verb. Just because sentence is in positive, we are supposed to frame the negative tag by using do form verb. Here subject is plural, so we are supposed to use do verb. So I have framed as don't they. Next, let's is followed by shall we. Let's go to party. Shall we? Let's drink coffee. Shall we? So whenever we use let's at the beginning of the sentence, how we are supposed to frame the tag means by using shall followed by we. Shall we? Let us drink coffee. Shall we? Next, I am is always followed by aren't. We are not supposed to frame the tag as am I. It's wrong. I'm a good boy, aren't I? They are players, aren't they? So just because both the sentences are in positive form, we are supposed to form the tag using aren't. Aren't I? Just because in the first sentence the subject is I, we are supposed to frame the tag as aren't I? They are players, aren't they? Next, in case of imperative sentences, that is, whenever there is an order, request, advice, and commands are followed by will you. So imperative sentences are when we use close the door, open the window, go to home, empty the vessel. So like that, when we frame the sentences like this, how the tag should be formed means by using will. Don't be late. Will you? Open the door. Will you? So we are supposed to frame the tags like this. Next, pause the video, then read the sentences and frame the tags. Totally 20 questions I have given. Kindly answer the questions by yourself. Srinidhi draws well. Let me give the answer. Doesn't she? Plants gave out oxygen during the day, don't they? Sheila danced well, didn't she? They left Mumbai last week, didn't they? You are Kavita, aren't you? Divya had a car, hadn't she? He should see a doctor, shouldn't he? You can study well, can't you? The flag has 4 colors on it, hasn't it? They were climbing the trees, weren't they? Let us start working, shall we? Our team will win the match, won't it? He hasn't completed the painting, has he? I am not late, am I? Just look at this sentence. I am not late. In case of negative sentence, using am auxiliary verb, we are supposed to frame the tag as am I. It is not or I. Okay, we are not supposed to frame as or I. It is am I. Swarna cannot run fast. Can she? I won't repeat it. Will I? She doesn't like sweets, does she? She seldom remains at home. So, seldom is a negative word. It gives negative meaning. So, we are supposed to frame positive tag. So, does she? We need not come tomorrow, need we? He never fails in his duty. Never is a negative word, so we are supposed to frame positive tag. Yes, children, I hope you might have understood question tag and now you could frame on your own. Thank you for watching.